where'd you go? Girl, you know how I've been living without you. Daydreaming on a cloud with you like horizon. With you tonight is on an island. Yeah. It's about time for making up. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you for said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed to distance myself from you. Oh, just to know you want you. So come close, I want you. Can I tell you something for what it's worth? With you having this place on earth, take you there, I'll take you. Show you something, give you more than words. With you having this place on earth, take you.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really hungry. So we're about to go to the coffee Starbucks in here and get something to drink and maybe eat.
Fill me up till my cup's overflowing. I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby, it's about time for making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you never said I couldn't miss your touch.
Trying to decide what we want from Starbucks. So at Starbucks we got caramel ribbon crunch frappe. They got one too.
It's good.
And then we also got the peanut butter crunch cookie or something like that. So we're about to eat. Starving. What time is it?
Can I tell you something for what it's worth? With you having this place on earth.
So I'm currently editing this video that you're watching right now, and all of the clips of me talking about what I purchased during these bookish days gone. I kept going to Barnes & Noble twice. The first day I went to Barnes & Noble, I got this book, The Crash. It's a Frida McFadden new release. It literally just came out like the end of January or the beginning of February. One of those, like a week or so apart. Usually Frida McFadden novels are like really quick, fast-paced. It's basically about this 8-month pregnant lady named Tegan who is alone, and she's on her way to her brother's house because she's just gone through a lot, but she doesn't realize that she's like driving right into a blizzard. Long story short, she gets trapped in this blizzard. Her car breaks down on the side of the road and she ends up with a broken ankle somehow, right? And then these random people, this couple, these strangers approach her and offer her a place to like stay until the blizzard passes. And that probably was the biggest mistake she did. Not driving by herself in the middle of a blizzard, but going and staying with these two random strangers. This lady is pregnant, 8 months pregnant. She gets taken in by these random people. That just doesn't sound good, but you know how Frida McFadden is. Like, she's good at that, right? Then I also got Reckless, okay? This is the second book of like the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. The irony of this all, which I remember talking about in one of the clips that is gone now, is that I know that there's a novella that comes before this, right? Because even in Powerless, there's like a little snippet of the novella in that book as well, if you get the special edition, whatever. I didn't get the novella the day that I got this book because the novella wasn't even anywhere in Barnes & Noble. Couldn't find it. Like, to save my life, could not find it. But if you don't know anything about this series, it's a popular series with mixed reviews. A lot of people said that this series reminded them of like other books that they've read, like other popular fantasy series. They were trying to say that Lauren Roberts just like took from all these other authors basically, and I'm kind of like, it's different. There are some similarities between things. Let me just tell you what it's about. It's basically about this girl named Peyton who is an ordinary, and in this town, in this world that we're reading about, there are elites and ordinaries, and if you're ordinary, you have no powers. You're literally just ordinary. If you're an elite, you have like powers, and then there are different levels to it, right? Long story short, Peyton is an ordinary who is pretending to not be an ordinary, because if you are an ordinary, you can be banished. There's literally a person who's called the Enforcer who will unalive you if you are ordinary. They don't want anyone who's ordinary in their kingdom. They feel like you're going to give me the ick. You're going to turn me ordinary if I'm around ordinary people. Like, I cannot be around you. You don't have powers. Back up. So that's basically like the whole like whatever. But anyway, Peyton is ordinary, but people don't know that she's ordinary. And then one day Peyton ends up saving this prince who is Kai. And Prince Kai is actually the enforcer. He is a person that gets rid of people who are ordinary. The irony of it all, right? He gets rid of people who are ordinary. He gets saved by an ordinary, but nobody knows that she's ordinary, right? And so long story short, I already said that, but long story short, whenever they realize that Peyton is special because she just saved a prince, they throw her into the purging trials. And the purging trials is basically where all of these elites get together and like fight to the death to see who is the most elite. They go through all of these like little trials. It's called purging trials. They go through all of these like trials and stuff like that, basically having to survive. It's kind of like, it's giving Hunger Games in that aspect, but basically the last one living wins. And Peyton gets thrown into these purging trials, but the thing is, everyone there is an elite. They have powers and stuff. Peyton does not. This is the second book of that series, and there is a novella, y'all. And then on YouTube, thank you guys so much for actually commenting. I was talking about new releases that are coming out this year that I've already purchased and stuff. And then somebody told me that to be on the lookout for Powerless. Oh no, what's it called? Fearless. Powerless is the first book. Fearless is coming out by Lauren Roberts, and it's coming out in like April or something like that. So I already put that on my calendar. Thank you so much. Thank you for like recommending. Like, thank you, because I just love this community that we're building. We are a community, and like I really feel like y'all are my friends. Like there are some people who comment on every one of my videos, and I really feel like you are my friend and I'm your friend, and like we talk weekly. Like we talk. I do listen to y'all. Like, y'all know that I'm replying back to you. Like, I am actually, like, conversing with you. You know what I'm saying? So, whenever y'all tell me, like, oh, this book is coming out, I'm gonna, like, put it in my notes. Like, I'm very serious about that. Anyway, long story short, I just found out that the third book is coming out in April. That's enough about that book. I went back to Barnes & Noble because another new release came out. But before I talk about that new release, guess what was at Barnes & Noble when I went? Y'all, this lighting is terrible, and I'm sorry about that, but we're just gonna roll with it because it's late at night, and I'm editing, and then I realized, oh, wait. Anyway, this book was at Barnes & Noble the second time I went. So good thing I went again. And look at these sprayed edges. It's so cool. This is a novella that I was talking about that wasn't there the first time. And this novella is basically about, what's her name? Adina, right. And Adina was Peyton's best friend from the first book. And if you read the first book, this friendship, it breaks my heart just thinking about it. But you have to read the first book. I can't even say anything about anything without you reading the first book. If you know, you know. It's so sad. But if you know, I'm not going to say anything. But it's like really short. It's a novella, so it's meant to be like a quick read. But this whole novella is about Adina's life after Peyton left. So Peyton and Adina were living in the slums because they're like ordinaries, right? But then Peyton gets put into the purging trial, so then she ends up leaving and going to where all the elites stay and all this kind of stuff, right? And then when she's gone, this is what happened in their little town when she left, from Adina's perspective. There is another person in this book that I didn't know until this novella. What is his name? Makoto? What is his name? Mac. I don't know. First of all, these sprayed edges is just giving me life. Giving me life. The continuation of Adina's story. Another continuation. This is the continuation of the city once Peyton left. Y'all, it's the crazy thing is, like, I got these books, right? So now I'm like, I have the complete set. I have Powerless, and then I have the novella, and blah, blah, blah. But I got these on 2 different days. But you're seeing it at the same time. Anyway, the reason I went back to Barnes & Noble a second time, not because I'm crazy and obsessed with Barnes & Noble, although I might be, but because this book just came out. This is Ali Hazelwood. Look at these sprayed edges. It's giving Blue Day, like it really is. Anyway, I'm about to say novella. This book just came out like this week. As I'm filming this, I'm pretty sure this came out like this week, like the first week of February. This is another contemporary romance by Ali Hazelwood, which she's really good at. But normally her books are about like scientists and stuff. This is different because this is about college student athletes. One is a swim captain, world champion, and all-around aquatics golden boy, Lucas, and then Scarlett is a diver. She's a junior at Stanford who specializes in platform diving. Yes. And she's trying to get into med school, but then she's also recovering from an injury that almost ended her career. So we got to figure out what the heck happened with that. She doesn't have any time to be in a relationship because she's trying to, like, whatever. But then, so Lucas and Scarlett have nothing in common until there's a secret that slips out, and then everything changes. So then they make an arrangement, probably to, like, hide the secret, keep it between us, you know? And as the pressure leading to the Olympics heats up, so does their relationship. It was supposed to be just a temporary, mutually satisfying fling, but when staying away from Lucas becomes impossible, Scarlett realizes that her heart might be treading into dangerous water. And if you know anything about Allie Hazelwood, her play on words is next level. The fact that they're like both kind of swimmers, and she literally just put, her heart might be treading into dangerous water. You get it? You get it? You get it? Treading in dangerous water, and they're both swimmers. That's just... Anyway, y'all, not only is this book like super cool, like the cover and stuff, like they have like water droplets, like that's like, you can't really tell, it's not being picked up well on the camera, but it did get picked up well at Barnes & Noble. But anyway, they're like little droplets all over the book, and then these spread edges are cool, but then the end pages are also really cool, right? I'm trying not to bend it because I don't like to do that, but like look at these end pages. And my guy, he's tatted up. He's tatted up. So anyway, I got that when I went to Barnes & Noble the second time. What's crazy is these two books are new releases, right? These books just came out a week apart or something like that. And then these books got these on 2 different days, but it's for the same series. I don't know what's going on, but I just feel like I'm very aligned with the universe. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it. And then completely irrelevant to books, but kind of not, is this cute book charm. Like, I love this stack of books right here. There's an emoji on the phone that has like a stack of books, and I always use it, like literally almost every day. I love that emoji, and so I had like the little tassel to bookmark my pages and stuff like that. It caught my eye, and I was like, I have to have it because I always use this emoji. So that was something that was like kind of related to books, but like not really, but really, you know what I'm saying? What are you currently reading? Let me know in the comments below. Is the heart of a woman, yeah.